Kentuckian, a Fabulation, a Presbyterian. I am a mountain boy, a son, a brother, and a sister. Today I have been given a microphone and a soapbox, so sit back. And let me say what we so desperately need to hear. When asked to speak for today's service, I could not say no. First, it is a cardinal sin to deny any request from the fierce and ferocious Alistine Turley, Gail Baldwin, and Monica Jones. Second, I can publicly and shamelessly promote the down-home divas, two country queers who are slowly taking over one front porch at a time. And finally, I get to join my sisters and brothers in continuing to uphold the legacy of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as we stand in solidarity against injustice and breathe life into what we know as the beloved community. It has taken us a long time to get here, but honey, we have a fur piece to go before we can rest in green hills and under blue skies. For today's gathering, I have been asked to discuss what the legacy of Dr. King means to me. When I was in elementary school, MLK Day meant coloring pages of Dr. King's bust and showing of the I Have a Dream speech. We would undoubtedly discuss Rosa Parks and have a brief lesson on the Civil Rights Movement. As a Berea College student, an investigation into the legacy of Dr. King means an acceptance of my own privilege, an exploration into the parallels between oppression and identity, and a rejuvenation of our spirit as it yearns for freedom. Thus, here we go. I accept that as a white male, I have privilege. Lord knows that I struggle with this more than anyone else. I will just have to be satisfied with using my privilege to get to a place where I can be the change maker. Then I can shake, rattle, and roll away the walls of injustice throughout our social institutions. Plan made. Here we go. Oh, wait. There's a problem. I would want to shake, rattle, and roll with the other white women just a little bit too much. And in this country, that is not acceptable. So once again, like the many who have come before us, including the Native Americans, blacks, immigrants, workers, women, the disabled, I am being told that because of my identity, I must suffer right along with everyone else. Well, why in this world did I come out of the closet? Because Dr. King would have wanted me to. Dr. King would have held my hand, marched with me, and told me that my house in the beloved community is just as important as my neighbor, and that I am loved and that I am important. And I would have had to turn to Dr. King and tell him this. Honey, since running out of the closet, I have had to fight more battles than Deborah, warrior princess of the tribes of Israel. First, I have been told that by my faith that I am an abomination, that my love ain't good enough, and that I am a sin. That it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. That my lifestyle is against the Bible, and I have been blackballed from the pearly gates, and my crossing of the Jordan River has been revoked. I watched a little video on YouTube last night that showed a 5-year-old boy singing "No Homo Gonna Make It Into Heaven" at his church. He got a standing ovation. My only response is, if I am left on the shore, it will be right along with bacon eaters, tattooed bikers, divorcees, gossips, shrimp lovers, a plethora of loud-mouthed, independent women, and anyone who loves the queers. It shall surely be a glorious time, and I do not doubt that Jesus, Muhammad, and the Buddha will schedule the event into their calendars. Next, I've had to stand up against stereotyping, name-calling, and blasphemous rhetoric from those who have apparently never met a gay person. So let me clear a few things up. Gays are not raging sex addicts who want to rob the cradle, nor are we the reason Hurricane Sandy blasted the East Coast. And yes, most of us do have good fashion sense and tend to be rather militant in meetings or group projects. Maybe it is just because we appreciate good hygiene and are some of the most efficient and effective people on earth. And because of our incredible abilities to achieve, I would prefer not to be called wimpy, weak, or sissy. This only equates women to powerlessness, which is wrong. But the only person who can call me sissy is my sister, Sam Lees. And finally, to the man who yelled at me from his truck last year, that was right outside, Mayor, just so you know, out there at the crosswalk. Yes, I am a faggot, but I did not give you permission to call me that. Thank you. Finally, the laws in this country just ain't working. In fact, they're stupid. In this week's edition of the Pinnacle, Berea School newspaper, which will be released on Wednesday, the Downtown Divas will be discussing all of this. And we say, according to the law of these United States, gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people are second-class citizens. You know about the debate over our right to marry, but what about the other things we're denied? Should we be unjustly evicted from our apartments, thrown out of a public restaurant, or fired from our jobs? We can't file suit against the person who did it. Loving, committed same-sex couples do not have the same rights that straight people might not even notice. Insurance coverage, hospital visitation, the right to adopt children, that's just to name a few. Let me summarize all that up for you. We ain't no beloved community. So wake up, America, and quit hitting the snooze button, because this is a new day. After I got all of that off my chest, I would have looked back at Dr. King. He would undoubtedly have smiled, and he would turn and he would say, Ethan, get it together. Because we have a dream to make reality. We cannot back down, and we must stand together as one in peace. So folks, here's what all this boils down to. This is not a time to pussyfoot around. Jesus didn't sit, Martin was not quiet, and Gandhi did not back down, neither shall we. We must press onward. We must continue to carry the torch of justice and equality right into the pits of darkness that are created by poverty, oppression, racism, sexism, heteronormality, and social divide. The legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. is not something to be remembered, but instead is the flame of inspiration as we actively move toward becoming a beloved community. As we all know, this country continues to tiptoe toward that goal. Thus, it is up to us. March, talk, and fight for change until this country is truly the land of the free and home of the brave. That means sharing the spirit of love from hill to holler, from penthouse to sidewalk, from church to mosque to temple. We all have hands to hold, and the circle shall remain unbroken. And as a gay man, I will be there, just like Dr. King would have wanted me to be. So it is my message today that no matter who you are welcome into the beloved community. Be proud of who you are. People should not be oppressed for the way they were born. Instead, our different identities add color, flair, and new patches to our quilt. Let's be real. When marginalized groups take over, living in this country will be so much more festive. The gays and the blacks will take charge of everything. The decorating will be impeccably glamorous, and our spirit shall be sustained by hearty food and boisterous singing. I will end with a song from blues singer Gay Adegbalova. Gay is a loud, proud lesbian who sings about her experiences as a black queer woman. If you do not know her, you should, and we should have her here as a convocation Sam Lees is working on. With her unique writing style, she is often able to find humor in the pain, which in turn empowers her listeners to live and not just survive. On her album entitled Gay Without a Shame, she states, whether we are closeted by our sexuality or perhaps by abuse or mental illness or poverty, whatever might make us fearful and shameful, it is my hope that this song will be a song of freedom for all people. Thank you, Miss Gay. Thank you, Dr. King. I ain't ashamed, no, I ain't ashamed. I ain't ashamed. No, 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 I ain't ashamed. Well, it's dark in the closet, now I'm out in the light. Proud of who I am and my light is shining bright. Yeah, 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 I ain't ashamed. I ain't alone. No, 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 I ain't alone. I ain't alone. No, 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 I ain't alone. Got my brothers and my sisters standing by my side, fighting for our freedom, we will not be denied.